and I'm not going to say us, okay? Depression. The way you eat, the types of foods that bring imbalance in your body, depression. Depression, okay? It's many things that can inform you guys that um, depression happens in so many different ways. Depression don't always happen the same way. It don't always uh, come at you in a known form. Sometimes it comes at you in a form that's like um, that you can't describe. You can't depict it. So you go in depression if you lay in your bed too much. Okay, if you lay in your bed too much, too long, you can get depressed. You have to live a balanced life. Your life have to have a little bit of everything to have a balanced life. And in that balance, there is no depression. You uh you experience uh, my thing is if you guys tired depression, okay? You guys are tired. Okay? What you have to learn how to all, okay? Um it's going to take you into depression. Just letting you know that now. Um, you're getting depressed when you feel like, down and out, and you don't want to, like, interact with nobody, and your day is just so gloomy, and, you don't feel motivated, inspired, no excitement. That's signs that you're in or going through depression. And you are know, in order to beat this thing, you're gonna have to change it up. You can listen to some music. You can listen. I will that I listen to if I'm trying to escape depression or get out of depression, because a lot of the songs actually force you have to take. See and a lot of people is not used to taking for their own welfare, their own balance. See, when you were in school, your meals was designed, created for you. Okay, so and then even in prison, in jail, their meals, vitamin A, carbohydrates, and water. You're supposed to have a certain balance of that, and a certain every time. You have to really like with yourself. You can't depend on all. You can't always depend on a doctor or a dietitian, or you have to learn these things yourself. You have to get into it yourself and understand that if you sit in a house all day long, that's a that's an open door for depression to set in. You know, if you don't never interact with nobody, if that's it's unhealthy for you not interact with anybody. Depression sets in. So, uh, I'm sharing this because I may not have um, all of the technical terminology and all the technical information to say right now. All right. I can, if I sit down, I write something down, I can come up with something and say something where you guys can say like, "Oh, that's impressive." But right now, I'm just going off of how I can see the information's coming to me, and it's not so much this information or that information is going to work. It's going to help you out. It's not that. Okay. What's going to help you is these warning signs. Don't come from. If you don't understand when to put it in operation, like when you get a when that red flag comes up, and only you can know what your red flags is, unless that you have a personality that's an injurious personality with the relation. Then somebody can tell you that you're in depression or how you're going getting out of depression and all that stuff. But right now, what I'm trying to share with you is you have to learn yourself. You have to learn when you're having red flags. You know, when you're about to go in depression. You know, okay. And bipolar, if you ask me, bipolar comes from bisexuality. That's what, because you got multiple. Uh, I would even say just two. You got two perspectives. You got a dual nature, and you don't know how to interact with that dual nature because you're out of balance. And because you're out of balance, it causes you to go. It causes you to go into some type of a bipolar situation with yourself. You have to learn yourself. You have to balance yourself. You have to find a way to do that. Listen to some music that you like to listen to. If you like to write music, write music. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Get out the house for a little bit. Get out of the bed for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit around and hope that there's some miraculous um, resolution that's going to happen that's just going to fix everything for you. You got to go and you got to do this yourself. So I just want to share that video with you, share these thoughts with you about depression. You don't have to be depressed. Once you go into depression, we all know it's hard to break out of depression once you go into the cycle of depression. So what you have to do is you have to put yourself in a place, in a position to where you see and know that you're about to go in depression, and you do something to change it. You do something to stop it. Whether it's listening to music, whether it's a shower, whether it's going outside and getting some fresh air, getting in bed, whether it's healthy. You got to do something to stop.